And actually, at the moment in South Africa, we're facing a really, really big challenge in our government. Tomorrow, there are thousands of pastors that are going to be marching to the union buildings in Pretoria because our government wants to regulate and license churches. So they want to pass legislation which will ultimately take away our religious freedom in South Africa. And we, as pastors and ministers and ministries, will have to apply to the government to approve us so that we are allowed to preach and that our churches are legally established in South Africa. And we as pastors and ministers in South Africa, we opposed to this legislation because we know what's behind it. So, it's exactly that scenario here in South Africa. We have to do it by the Spirit, because I think I posted a video a couple of days ago, Brother Chris, where the Lord gave me a strategy here in South Africa, a prayer strategy of Isaiah 25, and he said, I'm going to fight for you. So it's all good. We can go and voice our opinion at the union buildings, but I really felt the Lord was saying he's going to fight the battle. And it's, again, this theme that resonates with me, Brother John, of it has to be by the Spirit, because if we do this in the flesh, it's not going to yield the result. But if you could pray for South Africa, if you could pray for the government, if you could pray for wisdom, because there's unfortunately a divide on this issue. So there's some of the more traditional churches, and not to single them out, but the Catholic Church. We've got the Dutch Reformed Church here in South Africa, which used to be the state church under apartheid. Those churches are in favor of regulating the church, in South Africa, but it's going to have very, very far-reaching effects on the Charismatic and the Pentecostal churches, and for that reason, we cannot support it. So that's the challenge that we're facing, and it's refreshing to hear, Brother John, how the Lord has used you to go into these governmental structures and just with the love of Christ be able to plant the seed that is the Word of God and see the transformation. And for me, that is what I take away from this conversation, that even though in South Africa we're facing such a huge decision that the government is even now, because you must know there's many other religions in South Africa.